Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to discuss the most important topic, that is Data Analyst Roadmap 2.0. So why I have given the name 2.0, because you can see there are many videos and course structure available on internet, on YouTube, where they will provide you the data analyst roadmap, right? But as per the current industry skills and as per the current industry requirement for year 2023 and 2024, you have to follow this data analyst roadmap, that is 2.0, where I have updated the skills which will be required for you to learn if you are an aspiring data analyst, or if you are already completed the data analyst course, but you can just go ahead and see the syllabus whichever I have mentioned, and you can study those points which are remained for you to study, with which for the roadmap which you are following before. All right. And if you can see, this roadmap is for the year 2023, starting from like the mid of 2023, and it will be useful for you in the until the mid, or until the end of 2024. And in this I have updated the skills, and this roadmap will have different softwares which we will be going to see, and we will also see the complete syllabus, what skills you have to learn in that particular tool which I have mentioned. And this can be done in 4 months, right? So 4 months is valid only if you are working for 6 hours, right? If you are studying to 6 to 8 hours on daily basis, right? And this course structure will have all the study links, where you can go ahead and see those particular videos. And some of the study links are already available, that are free on YouTube. Some of them are advanced, and you should go and buy it on Udemy as well, but those are not of like very much high cost, right? And this structure is mainly designed according to the current industry requirements. That is very much important. And as per my experience in data analyst role, which I am working from last 8 years, and I have discussed with different friends and different colleagues, and by discussing that, I have prepared this roadmap. It took me almost subscribe my channel, like this particular video, and it's free for you, but it will keep me motivated to bring such important topics for you. All right. So now moving ahead, let's see who can do this particular data analyst course. And these are the particular branches or the graduation degrees who can do that. Almost everyone can do that, like BB Tech, ME, Tech, all branches, like starting from civil, mechanical, everybody can do that. Computer IT, obviously they are eligible. They have some, like some subjects where they will be studying these particular topics like SQL. Then they might be studying some data structures, right, where they already have. But it's not hard for the other branches, guys, because this in this particular thing there are some English language, coding is there, which is not that much of hard, right? Then MBA guys can do that. Most importantly, like BCS, MCS, or BCA people, BCom, MCom, BSc, BSc Agri, even BSc Agri can also do that. Also, I've seen some biotechnologies people are also doing this particular courses, and they are getting good packages. All right. And I have not mentioned any average package which we will be getting. It depends from your experience, what skills you have learned, how much you are sound in this particular data analyst courses. All right. And depending upon that, your average package varies from, so what I have seen in current industry, it varies from 9 lakh to 15 lakhs, right? So this might be your average salary. And I'm talking this for who is having an experience of 3 to 4 years. Who is beginner, who is having a fresher or 1 year experience, they might be getting placed at 5 to 7 lakhs in between somewhere, right? And most important thing to note, that this time period, like whichever I have mentioned, that is 4 months, it is applicable for you if you are working for 6 to 8 hours, right? And it is on daily basis. You don't have to take any vacation in between. Okay, so always remember, if you are taking a much big gap of like more than 2 days, remember you will forget everything and you have to start from first. All right, so don't do that. Be in touch whatever you are doing, and we will see what different tools we are going to learn in this particular roadmap. So what course contents we are going to see is, these are the particular course contents, that is statistics for data analysis. Then we will see Excel and MIS, uh, on in which I have added the most important topics, where you have to make use of Chat GPT as well, which is the new AI tool which has been introduced in like last few months, right? Then you have to study the data warehousing concepts, which is the most important thing. Then SQL, Tableau Desktop, Power BI Desktop, then you can either learn Python or R language, JIRA tool, which is the most important, like project management tool, where many people don't learn this and they have to work, which is a non-technical tool, but they have to work on these particular tools whenever they will be entering into the industries. Right, then soft skills is the most important, because whatever technical knowledge you will learn everything, if you don't know how to represent it in front of your customers or in front of your clients or in front of your leaderships, then it is of no use, right? Then you should be able to make the resume which will be attracted, or which will be attracting your recruiters, and they will shortlist and they will schedule an interview for you. Then building a Naukri profile and giving some mock interviews before appearing in front of a real interviews or the real company interviews. All right, so this is the course structure, and I will be explaining you from start to end everything. So if you can see, this is the particular sheet which I have prepared for you. So this is a 17-page syllabus which will show you what topic you have to learn from very basic, right? From that particular tool, what topic you should be learning, and we will see one by one, right? So coming back to our roadmap, so we will move ahead to our first, what we can say, tool. Okay, or before that, what we will discuss, what should be the tool weightage for the data analyst role. Okay, so this is the most important thing, on which tool you have to focus more, you have to learn more, and with respect to that, you should know which tool is important for you as an data analyst. Always remember, data analyst is the end product, right? So before that comes a data engineering role, where you have to extract, transform and load your data, where you have to clean your data, you have to make it in the structured format, and lot of what we can say, hammering is done on the data to make it very much unique or clean data. And after that, it is given to a data analyst, where he will be representing some insights from that data, taking some insight, building some reports. Okay, do some basic level of cleaning. Okay, not high level of cleaning, but basic level of cleanings. He have to work with different tools for that. So if you can see in this particular weightage, I have mentioned that Tableau and or Power BI. Okay, so always remember, I have mentioned or, but in today's current industry, if you are appearing for interview, those who have already completed the data analyst course, they will ask you if you know both Tableau and Power BI. Okay, one tool you should master. Okay, either Tableau you can master it at, you should know basic from every basic, advanced, everything. But Power BI you should know at least at basic or intermediate level. Okay, where you should know how to handle the reports, how you should know how to understand the basic calculations. All right, so Python, sorry, the Power BI and Tableau have the most number of weightage, that is of 40%. Second comes the most important tool, that is structured query language, that is SQL, where many people does not focus on SQL. They underestimate the power of SQL and they do not work on that. Don't do that, guys. As an data analyst, you have to work like 25% of your work will be dedicated in SQL writing, or writing some queries in SQL. All right. Then I have given the most weightage to Excel course. Okay, so you can see Excel I have given as 15%, because Excel is also very much required. You can go in any role, Excel is required and required. Okay, so in Excel you have to do some basic level of data cleaning, some basic level of formulas you have to apply, where you can convert your data in the required format before using it in any tool. Okay, so at Excel you have to give 15%. Then comes Python and R. See, many people say that you have to work on, you should know Python. See, Python, whenever you are applying for data analyst role, Python is an optional. Python and R is an optional language. It is not compulsory that you should know Python, but you should know Tableau, SQL and Excel. That is, this is compulsory, but Python is not compulsory, that as a data analyst it should know, right? It is good to have, right? So Python is good to have. You should know how to do basic level of visualization, like using some Python libraries. Okay, and if possible, you should know how to integrate your Tableau and Power BI in Python to do some forecasting, or to do some advanced level of visualization. Many like exploratory data analysis is also done at basic level, at initial level, before starting with our Tableau Power BI reports. It is done in Python in some industries, but it is not required in all industries, right? So Python I have given the 8% of weightage. Then most important thing is data warehouse and Jira. So before Jira, I will come to data warehouse. Data warehouse is something where you have to, where your data will be loaded by your ETL engineers and everything, from where you have to extract the data into data warehouse or from in the databases, sorry. And from that you have to recall and bring it into the Tableau and Power BI, and then bring some visualizations, right? So data warehouse is also important. You should know like how the tables are stored over there, what is OLAP, what is OLTP, and all these things. All right. Then next comes the JIRA. JIRA is the most important thing where many people don't touch it, right? Whoever are doing data analyst or data scientist role. See, JIRA is the project management tool. Whatever daily work will come to you, whatever updates you have to give, whatever what you have done in whole day, everything you have to update on JIRA. So don't miss JIRA tool. Okay, JIRA tool is very important. You should know what is agile, what is watermark method or waterfall methodologies. You should know what is Scrum, how Scrum works, so what are different what we can say methodologies apart from scrums are there, right? Because you have to, whatever work will come for you, it will come in Jira software, right? Then statistics, right? Statistics is very much basic. We should know, you should not know, it is not required for you to know at high level. You should know some basics of statistics, because in data analyst you have to deal with some mathematical calculations, right? And those mathematical calculations are based on statistics, because whatever data we have to represent some stats from that, right? So we have to represent or give some insights in the form of percentages, in the form of percentage of total. Some aggregations are there, some distributions are required, some scatter plots and likewise, right? So some basic knowledge of statistics is required. And it is not hard that non-technical background, right? The people who come from BSc or likewise, who don't know anything about mathematics, or who don't know anything about the codings, not to worry, guys. It is very much basic. You just have to, be sure that you are spending good amount of time daily working on different like on these particular tools and following this particular roadmap. Okay, so moving ahead, we will start with our data analyst roadmap. And before that, if you can see, I have the data analyst material available with me. You can pause your screen, pause your video, and I will discuss about this whenever I'm moving at the end of this particular course, what material you will be getting. And meanwhile, you can just pause and you can read all this particular. So I will just move ahead and start with our first tool, that is statistics for data analysis, which is the first tool in our data analyst roadmap 2.0. And I have mentioned some important topics which should be important, or which should you should be learning this, right? So like some central tendencies, you should know how to find average, mean, median, mode, right? So these are very much basic. Some aggregated functions you should know, how to find of sum, what is count distinct, what how to find count, minimum, max, percentage, ranks, right? Likewise, right? Then measure of dispersion is nothing but central value, we can say central tendency, right? Where you have to find some variances, standard deviations, like, right? You should know how to find deltas, right? So how much your particular value is varying from that particular center value. Then you should know how to find percentiles and quarters. Time series components are there, like some trend seasonalities, like moving averages, exponential smoothing, likewise. Okay. And if I go back to our Word document where I have mentioned the complete syllabus, okay. So these are the topics which I have mentioned in PPT as well. And I have mentioned here some resources and study links where you can go ahead and watch these particular links are there. Okay, so for statistics, I've mentioned two videos over here. You can watch these two videos, and you can, at least spend 2 or 3 days in learning statistics, not more than that. 2 days are also enough to do this. And I have mentioned this second link where you have to study only 2.5 hours of this particular link. And this is available on YouTube, so this is free to use. You don't have to buy any courses for this. All right. So this was the first topic, that is statistics for data analytics, which is very much important. Then we will move ahead to our second one, that is Excel, which is the most important, which carries around 15% of weightage, which I already shown you. So in Excel, I have divided Excel into, 3 to 4 modules, if you can see. So first one is Excel, where you have to learn some basic to advanced Excel formulas and all those things. Then second one is MIS, that is the Management Information System, which is the most important part in Excel. well, you will be learning some advanced like pivoting options, advanced pivoting options, how to create the Excel charts, how to create the custom Excel charts likewise, right? Then the most important third point which I have mentioned here is the Excel using Chat GPT. Okay, so you all know that ChatGPT, that is AI tool, has been introduced a few months back, and which is in very much in discussion with most of the creators who discuss like how will ChatGPT replace your IT jobs. See, it will not replace you. As far as I know, as far as my experience, it will not replace you. But always remember, you should know how to use ChatGPT, because this is a trending tool, and getting hands on that, it is very much important. So learning some Excel skills with ChatGPT, you can go ahead and fire some questions to ChatGPT, like how can we use some advanced formulas in Excel to get me some desired output, right? So I've mentioned some links for that as well, and you have to do some Excel projects. So Excel projects is nothing but you have to do it from start to end, like some data cleaning, basic level of data modeling or processing, and then you have to bring make some use of data and do some dashboarding, do some reporting, create some beautiful dashboards, bring some insights from that for your user or for your clients. Okay, so two projects end to end are required on Excel. Okay, so this is very much important. So let's move ahead to our uh, document where I've mentioned the detailed syllabus with each module. You can see, so some basic Excel functions and commands you should know. And always remember, go ahead for Excel where you're using MS Office about 2016, right? Because in current industry, all the companies are using the MS Office 2021. So it is good to learn, like if you should have like MS Office of 2020, at least 2020 16 or above. Okay, and you should know how to you should learn all these particular tools or the formulas, commands which I've mentioned over here, functions, and you should do hands on this, right? So I have mentioned the resources also at the end from where you can learn these particular modules. So this is of Excel, where Excel basics charts you have to do. You have to use VLOOKUPs, HLOOKUPs, XLOOKUPs, right? So these are the important formulas in Excel which you should do some hands-on. You should create some charts. Then you should go with our second module, that is management information system, which is very much important, where you will learn how to create a pivot tables. Then do some analysis and summarizing on these pivot tables, right? Create some pivot charts, advanced pivot charts, how to format them, insert some slicers, insert some timelines to dynamically change those particular charts, right? Then grouping, ungrouping, drill down functionalities are also available in IMS, right? And with respect to that, you have to practice two dashboards from here, right? So two end-to-end dashboards, you can first practice those, which are available on my channel. I will mention the link for you for that as well. And after that, you will be able to create your own projects, right? And after you have completed MIS, you should do some Excel skills using Chat GPT. Okay, so always remember, whenever you are getting any bug in your Excel formulas, or you are not able to find out any Excel solution, always make use of ChatGPT, because it is mostly used in day-to-day work. I have seen many colleagues of me, many friends of me who tell me that we are using ChatGPT to do some debugging in our logics, or to generate some complex logics as well. All right, so it is important for you to learn ChatGPT. Don't be afraid of it, right? Try to explore it. Once you do it, you will find it very useful. All right. Then the next one is the Excel projects, where you have to do two projects end to end. You can use any domain. I've just mentioned here some some basic domains over here, like e-commerce, hotel management, food supply chain, or purchase order likewise. And these are the study links which I've mentioned. So first Excel link, this is the series which is available on YouTube of tutorial points, where it will give you the basic Excel videos. Of there are some 100 videos are there for this, of 5 to 10 minutes, right? Then MIS, whoever want to do it in Hindi and whoever want to do it in English, both option I've mentioned, but I recommend you to go with English, because in IT industry you will be dealing with your colleagues, with your management, with your clients in English language only. So it is better to study in English, where you will be, at least you will learn your listening skills, understanding skills. And if you want some mentorship from me, I will be available for you to help. You can just ping me on WhatsApp and we can discuss. I will give you some mentorship program into this particular data analyst roadmap, which I have already mentioned here. All right. And then there are some Excel project for you to practice available, which are already uploaded on my channel. You can go ahead and watch those as well. All right. And I have mentioned some Excel skills with chat gpt. I have mentioned some videos from YouTube itself. Okay, you don't have to go for Udemy for Excel. And this YouTube Excels where they are using chat gpt, how you can use chat gpt in your day-to-day life. All right. So this is all about Excel, and I hope you have noted all the things which you have to learn in this particular Excel course. All right. So let's move ahead to our second tool in our roadmap, that is data warehousing concepts. So this is the most important tool before you start learning SQL. Okay. So you should know how the data warehouse architecture is set up. Then why we need a data warehouse. Okay, so data warehouse in this particular mean, or in this particular word only, there is a meaning of, right, where data will be stored. Okay, warehouse means what? All the good materials and all everything is stored. Same is the data warehouse, where everything will be your data, all the data will be stored in the form of tables, and then you will recall it into your databases, and then from there you will recall it into your Tableau desktops or whatever tools you are using. So then you should know what is data mart, how the ETL processes is done, OLAP, OLTP, what is facts, attributes and dimensions, what is types of dimension, normalization, denormalization, and most important things are schemas. Okay, star, snowflake, and galaxy. It is nothing but how tables are connected to each other relationally. Okay, whenever there is a relationship model is there, how the tables are connected to each other, either they are as a star connection or snowflake connection. So this is the most important thing. These are basic theoretical concepts are there. There is no tool where you have to go ahead and operate it, but these are theoretical concepts because those are most importantly asked in your interview. So okay, so this should be done, that is data warehousing concepts. And if you come back to our syllabus structure over here, so these are the points I've mentioned here, and these are the resources links which I've mentioned. And apart from this resources link, I have some PDF materials, I have some PPTs and questions and answers which are available with me. You can reach out to me. I have mentioned some more information at the end and at the start of this particular video. So this is the data warehouse roadmap, and the study links or the video links where you can go ahead and watch this. So there are like 15-20 videos are there, and you can go ahead and watch it. Some basics and some long videos are there where every process will be explained for you. All right. So this is about data warehouse, and moving ahead to our next one, that is SQL, the most important thing. Okay. So I've divided the SQL in three particular modules over here. So first two modules you will be learning two databases. Okay, so always remember, you should know the knowledge of at least two databases. It depends upon you if you want to learn more. So either you can learn a Oracle database or MySQL database. Choice is yours. I have mentioned the material for Oracle and MS SQL Server. Okay. And the second database you can learn for is the MS SQL Server database, or you can go with the Postgres SQL database. All right. So it depends upon you which database you want to learn. But my recommendation will be go for Oracle and MS SQL Server because it is most widely used. After that, MySQL is also used, MySQL. But if you know two other tools are not much important, like much hard to learn, I can say, because there are some standard what you can say SQL functions which are same. There are just some inbuilt functions of each databases where which you have to learn. Okay, so in SQL, which commands you have to learn, like DQL, DML, DDL, DCL, TCL. These commands are very much important, and most important are joins and views, where you have to create some joins in different tables. Because if you can see, these particular databases are relational databases where one table will be connected to each other. There will be use of foreign and primary keys. There are some non-relational databases like MongoDB. You can learn those, but I don't think any logic to learn those, because in data analyst you have to deal with multiple tables, and multiple tables are connected to each other, and in that case you should know the relational databases only. all right, as per my knowledge. All right. And the third one is SQL query writing, which is the very important thing. So I will be giving you the link where you will have the 700 SQL query writing questions. Okay. So this is the most important thing. So we will go back to our the material or the syllabus structure. So this is the SQL. So first one is the Oracle and MS SQL Server database, or Postgres and MySQL, whichever you want to learn. So this is the syllabus which I have mentioned here. What this is for Oracle actually, and MS SQL Server as well. And this is the commands which should know from DQL, select, where, group by, order by. These commands you should know. Understand it from basic. Why should we using this, and what is the significance of that particular function which we'll be using that. Then some DQL is nothing but data query language. DML is the data manipulation language, where you will be doing some manipulation into your table, where you will be updating, deleting, and all those things. DDL is the data definition language. Then we have DCL, that is grant, revoke some permissions we are going over there. Then TCL, commit, saves, and you should know how to use different operators. Then that in that we have logical, arithmetic, comparison operators are there. You should also learn like aggregated functions, joins, subqueries, waves, date functions, like operator, which is important. Then MS SQL server architecture and all other commands which fall in MS SQL servers, inbuilt functions of MS SQL servers, Oracle servers, right? So everything in and out you have to study. Then module 2 is very much important, that is 700 SQL questions you have to solve from W3 school. Don't miss any question, right? 700, 1 to 700, all questions you have to solve. The questions are present, table will be also present. You don't have to install any software for that, any SQL database for that. Everything will be online. The editor will be online. You have to type the online queries over there only. The answers will also be mentioned for you, but my recommendation is first you try it on your own. If you don't get, then you can go for the answers, right? Then there is a hacker rank certification is available. Hacker rank certification is nothing but it is an advanced level of certifications which will be provided you by this particular hacker ranks, right? So these are some study materials. Okay, so for Oracle database I have mentioned here the Udemy course. Okay, so this is the Udemy course of Prashant Munshi, and this is the very good course. If you can see, the cost is right now is 450, but many days it goes down below like 400. It will be for you 370, 360 likewise. Okay, so it is good amount to invest. Nothing to worry on that, right? So you can buy this particular course, which is very very good. I personally I have taken. I have recommended many of my candidates to learn this particular Oracle SQL for data analysis. All right. Then for MS SQL Server, there is a Udemy course. Either you can follow this Udemy course or you can go with this particular YouTube. What we can see video over here. All right. Then there are some theoretical resources, right, where you can learn the SQLs. You can learn some basics of SQLs using W3 schools, Java T Point, and Geeks for Geeks. These are a good sites, I can say, where you can learn some theoretical knowledge from there. And the most important thing is query writing practicing. Okay, so this is the W3 resource. If you can see, so these are the SQL exercises and practice solutions I've shown you over here. So you can see these are the list of SQL exercises. So these are some basic exercises. Then you will have to work on databases, right? Like movie databases, soccer databases, there hospital database, employee. Then there are different challenges over here, right? So if you let's go to our one of this particular exercise. Okay. So if you can see, there are questions available here. What you have a question here, with respect to that question, you will be using this table, right? From this table, you have to write it, right? And you have to click on this, right? Go to editor. So you will come to in editor. You have to write the query in this particular editor, like select some whatever query you will be writing, and you have to click on validate. So if you are getting an output over here, it will give you the solution correctly. If you are not getting the output over here, it means that there is some error, just that it will not show what is the error for you. You will have to find it, that error, and then you have to by trial and error method you have to solve your queries. Okay, so let's say if you are not getting the solution of any of the questions mentioned over here, so there is an option called click me to see the solution. So when I click here, that particular question will appear, and the solution, complete solution like explanation is available over here, and this is the solution available everywhere. When you click on validate, you will get the output results, right? So likewise you have to solve. If you can see, there are almost 700 questions are there, okay? 700 plus questions are there here, and I want you to solve all this. If you solve all this, you will be getting a good hands-on, right? So, and these are the ANSI standard computer language, right? So every whatever database you learn, okay, you can learn any database, Oracle, Postgres, MS SQL Server, whichever you want. Still you can go ahead and come here and practice all these questions. Okay, so this is the most important thing, to practice the SQL. All right, then let's move ahead to our second tool, which is there in our roadmap, which is the first visualization tool, which I recommend you to learn is Tableau Desktop. Okay, so always remember, if you are working as an or learning as a data analyst, you should know both the tools, because I'm saying this with respect to current scenario, current industry scenario. They are asking for you to have a knowledge on both the tools. Either you can master one tool, either master Tableau Desktop or either master Power BI Desktop. And the second tool, that is, if you are mastering the Tableau, the Power BI, you should know at least at intermediate level, not at mastering level, at least at intermediate level. Same, if you are mastering Power BI, you should know Tableau at master, yeah, or at intermediate level. All right. So I have because Tableau have more weightage into our data analyst role, that is 40% of work you have to do on reporting and visualization. I have created 10 modules for year. Okay, so you have to do this like Tableau interface, charts, data preparation, advanced data preparation, filtering and managing your data, basic and advanced calculations, data grouping, dashboards. This is twice, that is you can neglect this, that is projects, right? Most important is Tableau projects. So if you go back to our analysis or our syllabus, so I have mentioned each and every point over here, what you have to learn from that particular module. Okay. So for Tableau Desktop, you can see Tableau module. For first module, there is a Tableau interface. What should be you learning? How to connect to our data source. What charts you should know, like pie chart, histogram, animated charts, bar in bar. Okay, these are some building charts and some custom charts which should then data preparation, what is mean by live and extract connection, what is difference between them, how to create an extract, how to refresh, what is incremental refresh, then pivoting, splitting, right? What is difference between twv file and twbx file, what is difference between .tde file and .hyper file, how to create a packaged work. All right, then comes the advanced data preparation, where you will be dealing with joins. Okay, you have to work with multiple tables, how to create an inner, left, right, and outer join. Then you have to work on some complex join. Then referential integrity is the most asked interview questions. How to do unions, how to do data blendings. Okay, how to do cross database joins, how to create a join, or how to create your data source with custom SQL queries. All right, and one more data point which you can add here is data blending and relationship noodle. Okay, so here I will add it as relationship noodles, or I can say relationship model, which is newly introduced in 2021. So that is also important, and you should know what is difference between blending and that particular relationship model, which to use when. Okay, when to use join, when to use blending, when to use relationship model. Likewise, then filtering and managing your data, how to use different filters like action filters, global filters, quick filters, dimension filters, LODs. Likewise, okay. Then calculations, most important things are this basic calculation, but this is very much important, that is LODs. How to deal with LODs, how to understand LODs. Okay, all the material I've mentioned here, I will mention you the study links as well, like data grouping, dashboarding. Then you have to work on different no, this is not a Tableau project, this is actually a Tableau server, my bad. Okay, so this is a Tableau server. Okay, so whatever reports you are making in Tableau Desktop, always remember, it is of no use if a client or if a user cannot see it. Okay, So Tableau server is something where you will be uploading your reports, and from there where your client will be seeing that reports, and use make of that by take some business decisions. All right. And last one is the Tableau projects. Okay, so you have to work on two projects or three projects end to end. Okay, from start to end, everything should be there. Okay, how to connect, how to do all those connections, and likewise. And these are the resources which I've mentioned here for Tableau Desktop. So for theoretical concept, there is an Tableau help site is there which I've mentioned here. And for first basic course, you have to buy this Udemy course which I've mentioned over here. So this is an Udemy course by Kirill, which is in English language, which is for basic, right? And everything A to Z is present over here, which is for hands-on training. Okay, so this is the for basic, and then you have to go with advanced training, that is which is of Kirill only, where you have to learn 2022 advanced. Okay, then there are some calculations, right? So you can go ahead and watch this YouTube channel for calculations. I will be also uploading videos of LODs and calculation in coming days. So for now, you can follow this link, but I will be uploading with new 2023 and 2024 years concepts, which are mostly used and that you can use. Then forecasting and time series analysis, there is one more Udemy course available over here. Okay, so whatever courses I've mentioned over here, you have to go ahead and watch all these. Okay, you will be seeing very much. Most of the videos are there, most of ads are there where they will show you Tableau in 4 hours, Tableau in 2 hours. Don't go with those courses. You cannot learn Tableau in 2 or 3 hours. You have to at least spend 15 to 20 days to study Tableau. Okay, more than 40 to 50 hours are required to be a master in Tableau. Okay, if you are studying for 40 50 hours, then also you will be not master, but after that you have to keep practicing, work on different projects, build some new dashboards, keep building the dashboards, right? Then there is a Tableau server. You can go ahead and watch this YouTube, or if you are interested, you can buy this course as well, because Tableau server is equally important as Tableau desktop is. All right. Then you have to work on Tableau end-to-end projects. Okay, so these projects are available on my channel, where you will learn some basic concepts of Tableau as well, and how to do dashboarding, because ultimate aim is to work on the dashboards and reports which will be presented in front of your client. All right. So, and these materials, this already you might be knowing. If you don't, this is the material. If only Tableau material you want, it will be for rupees 200, which is a very minimal amount. Okay, you can reach out to me on my WhatsApp number. So then moving ahead to our next one, that is, if if you have mastered Tableau, you should know basics of Power BI. Okay. So before that, what I will show you, let me show you, if you are learning Power BI, if you are mastering Tableau BI, what should you learn in Tableau? Okay. So these two courses. Okay. So these two courses are 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 sufficient at basic level or intermediate level. These two courses, if you are mastering Power BI, you should do these two courses in Tableau, where you will get a good amount of knowledge how to use a Tableau, which is will be at intermediate, because you should know both the tools as per the current industry scenario, which I already told you. So coming back to our Power BI desktop, so this is the most used tool right now with the current statistics which we have from different industries. Most important or the highly used tool is Power BI desktop, because it is cheap, right? There are many functions available in Power BI desktop where you can use customized calculation, you can draw customized charts, right, with as per the customized customer requirements. And second most used tool for visualization is Power BI. Okay, so both are equally important, because depends on client to client, they will use different tools. Because whenever you will be working on different what I can say industries, if you are working for a service based industries have n number of clients, and n number of clients will have different tools which they will be working on. So in that case, you should know both the tools. Okay, if you are knowing one tool as a master, you can say to your manager that I know the other tool at intermediate level, give me few like 15-20 days, I will be in master in that, and I will start working on that. Okay, so that can be done, but both the tools, knowledge of both the tools is important. All right. So in Power BI, these are some topics which I have highlighted over here. So introduction, then report properties, different elements, then data connections, data modeling, data visualizations, how to do drill downs and hierarchies. Then Power Query is the most important thing where you will do some basic level of data cleaning and some basic level of M language is required, right? Then DAX expressions, right? So this is important. So the DAX expression, this is basic and this should be advanced. Okay, and this will be 11. So sorry for this. We'll just start again. Okay, so this is a Power BI service. Sorry, the Power BI query and M language DAX expression, basics and advanced. Power BI service is nothing but where you will be uploading or you will be publishing your Power BI reports onto that service where other users and stakeholders, your client will be using that to view. Okay, then you should do Power BI projects. 2 to 3 projects are required. All right. So this is a module. So let's go and see our syllabus which I have here. So for Power BI, you can see I have again the detailed syllabus. In the introduction, you should know why to use Power BI, what is difference between Tableau and Power BI, what are its advantages, and what are its different tools available in Power BI, which is like Power Query and Power Pivot. Then the report properties, right? So how what in front of your UI, what are the different options available for you in Power BI? Then what are the different types of data connections, right? Like flat files, then the database connections are there. Then you have some cloud services as well, Azure data, then AWS services also you can connect, and how to connect those. All right, so like this will be a data connection. Then data modeling, how to do modeling, how to connect multiple tables in Power BI, right? So that you have to work on relationships model, and what is difference between active and inactive relationships, right? So these are important in case of Power BI. Then you have to do data visualizations, different charts. Okay, try to build different inbuilt charts. Some custom charts are there. You should know how to build those charts, right? So these are different charts we should know. Then what is the hierarchies, right? So drag drill down functionalities, you must know the drill down functionalities, how to move from one report to another report where there will be a drill down functionalities or data points available. And with respect to that, because clients always want to see what is the data behind that particular chart which you have built, right? If you are building a pie chart, so if one of the slice of pie chart, so which data you have used to build that particular slice, which you will be drilling down to that particular report. Okay, so that is important, and most of the client ask in Power BI as well as in Tableau Desktop for this particular functionality. The next is the Power Query. So you should know how to do basic cleaning in Power Query. What is its UI, understanding that editor options are there, different options, how to append the different tables, how to do data cleaning over there, transforming it, and basics of mQuery. Okay, you should not know, it is not required to know a high level of mQuery language. Okay, then most important thing is the DAX expressions. Okay, so there are some basic DAX expressions which I have mentioned here, right? So what should be the syntax, how to use it, how to create different measures, how to create different columns. Okay, how to create some different calculated columns, tables, likewise. Okay, then there are some advanced expressions like aggregates functions, filter functions, logical functions. Most important is time intelligence functions, how to create a date table, how to find out year to date, quarter to date. Okay, likewise rank x, max x, sum x, likewise. Okay, so these are the most important part in Power BI. Okay, then you have to deal with Power BI service, how to deploy the Power BI reports to server, then how to upload it, how to give row level security to that. Okay, so these are some points. And then I have uploaded here the resources links from where you can go ahead and watch this. Okay, so for basic course you can go to this particular YouTube video. Then there are some help of Microsoft basic or we can say Power BI as well. So this is a help where you can go ahead and search anything. If you want to learn, you can type it over here and you can search it for that, because this is the course which is most important, where most of the companies ask if you have PL300 course. Okay, so this is the course material, all is available over here. So you can see there are some videos available in this course as well. So this is also very good, if you can go ahead and watch this as well. you can either watch this or either watch this. So my recommendation will be go with this particular YouTube course. Okay. And if you want some theoretical concepts, you can go with this particular link where there is a Power BI documentation. So the any function if you are studying, you can go ahead and watch into that Power BI functionality, search for that and learn the theoretical concept behind that particular function. Then Power Query. Okay, so after you have learned basics, learn some basics of Power BI or Power Query for Power BI. There is a video uploaded over here. Then advanced course. Okay, so Power BI advanced course I have uploaded. I've mentioned the link for Udemy course actually for here, which will cost you of amount 400. Okay, so it reduces each week. Okay, so it depends upon in which week you are taking this. So like it will be for 350 and likewise. Okay, so this is the most important course you should do. Okay, so if you are working for advanced Power BI course, okay, then DAX expression I have mentioned. For basic level, you can watch this YouTube video. For advanced level, you can go with this particular Udemy course which I have mentioned over here. So this is the Udemy course that is advanced DAX for Power BI desktop. All right. So this is the same instructor who is giving you the advanced course as well, right? Which is from Maven Analytics, like Aaron Perry. So he have done a good amount of course structure for you to work on different Danks functionalities. All right. Then Power BI service, you can go ahead and watch this video for that. And then we have Power BI projects which are end to end, which are uploaded on my channel. You can go ahead and watch those. From there you can learn very much important things, because Power BI is something you can learn the courses, but you should know at last how to do the dashboarding, how to do the reporting, how to use the functions which you have already studied. All right. So this was all about Power BI. We will move ahead to our next roadmap, that is the next tool is Python. Okay, so as I told you, Python is not that much weightage is given to Python. So you should know some introductions to Python, some different libraries. Okay, so how to do data manipulation and analysis, basic level of data visualizations, and some one or two projects. Okay, so we will come to our courses. If you can see, for Python, you should know some basic syntax, how to do, how is the flow, how is the functions, file input and output. Okay, how to import, how to create different tables into that. And most important thing is you should know the libraries which are used in Python. So my recommendation is go for NumPy and Pandas. Okay, so these are the two most important things. And you can learn EDA also, right, by using Pandas, like exploratory data analysis. It depends upon you which library you want to study, but my recommendation should will be go with NumPy and Pandas. Okay, then do some data visualization. Okay, so this data visualization you can do it with EDA also, or you can do it with Matplotlib also. Like, so this is one more library which Panda have or Python has. Okay, so do some basic level of visualization by using this particular Python language, and you can do some project work. Focus on this, right? So data cleaning in Python is very much important. And I have mentioned some courses over here. You can do this bootcamp course from Udemy. You can do these particular projects which are already present on YouTube after completing this course. Okay, and this was for Python. Then we will move ahead to our next tool, that is JIRA tool. And in this, as I already told you, JIRA is a project management tool which is very much important for you, because all your work will come into this Jira tool. What you have to do for a day, what you have to do for a week, and all your whatever work you have done, all should be entered. What task you have to done, all should be entered into this Jira tool itself. Okay, so you should know what is a user interface and what are different methodologies, what are difference between the agile and waterfall methodology. If you come to this particular tool, these are some points which you should remember for doing this particular Jira tool. And these are some methodologies, YouTube channels which I've videos I've uploaded over here. And at last, there is a Scrum certification. This is free of cost. You can go to this particular website, that is certiproof.com, where you will get this Scrum Foundation certificate, which is important, guys. Okay, for that you can go ahead and watch these two particular videos, and you can go for this particular certification. And it is important to do this certification. You can add it in your resume as well. if you have done the certification, your interviewer, your company will know that you know how to do project management tool, or how to work on project management tools. What is Scrum framework? Okay, and what are the different components in Scrum framework? Okay, what is Agile methodologies? What is difference between Agile and waterfall methodologies? These questions are asked for you at a managerial level of interviews. Okay, so technical level they will not ask. Some might ask, but most of them will ask at client round and at managerial rounds. Okay, so this was for JIRA tool. Moving ahead to our next tool is soft skills, the most important thing. Okay, so in soft skills you should know communication skills, and in that you should know verbal, written, and presentation, because as an data analyst you will be directly in contact with your customers and higher leaderships. Okay, because whatever reports you are making, you have to present that in front of your customer, in front of your users, stakeholders, in front of your team as well. Okay, so some verbal is something, you should know how to talk in front of higher management. Written means how to send your mails, different mails to different messages to your higher level or to your clients. Presentation skill, which I already told you, you have to present your dashboard in front of your client. Then data storytelling, because data analyst is something you have to do storytelling, right? And you should have command on your language for that. Attention to detail, because this is very much important. Detailing is very much important in data analyst role. Then you should have a curiosity and learning mindset. You should know how to adapt in different environments, in different uh, adapt in different types of peoples, because your client may be a UK client, US client, or any European client likewise. Then cross team collaboration should be important, because you have to work with different teams like ETL team, you have to work with database team, data warehousing team. So you should be very much in a position that you can go ahead and talk with other team members as well. All right, and learning mindset is important, because that is required in all of the any of this environment, or any of the tools which you are working. Let it be data analyst, data scientist, data engineering, Java, whatever it is. Okay, so soft skill I have mentioned, whatever you have to learn in soft skills. Okay, and there are many videos available. I have not mentioned any particular, but you can go ahead and do that as well. Then the last one is the resume and Naukri profile and the interviews. Okay, so resume preparation is important. I will give you some two sample resumes if you are purchasing my data analyst course, or the materials and Naukri profile setups. If you want, I will take some mock interviews of you as well, but that is not present in that package which I have mentioned. You can reach out to me on my WhatsApp number, and we can discuss more about that. Okay, so and the last and most important quote which I have added here is, the expert in anything was once a beginner, right? So before you start, you are always a beginner, and once you start, you will be an expert in that. Okay, so start as a beginner and do a hard work and be an expert in that. Okay, so this is today's tagline for me as a data analyst, I can say. All right. And moving ahead to our last point is the data analyst material. If you are interested in purchasing, it is at very much minimal cost of 9.99 only. I will give you all these particular materials, interview questions, notes, and most important thing, I will give you two Excel or MS projects, and those will be other which I have uploaded from on YouTube. Okay, or anyone I have uploaded on YouTube. So though it will be other from that. On Tableau also, I will give you three Tableau projects from start to end, which one project will have almost four dashboards, and other two will have single dashboard. Okay, then I will give you two Power BI projects which will be also from other which will be uploaded on YouTube, and you can show it and resume. I recommend, if you're taking it, study that particular project and then upload it in your resume, because if interviewer is asking you some questions, you should know how to answer it. Okay, then two mock interviews I will take, but it is not included in this package. I will take it for 30 minutes. You can reach out to me for that on WhatsApp, and I will give you the details on that. All right, so I hope you have followed this particular roadmap. I will add the link for this particular document, from where you can download this course structure, and you can follow these links as well. Go ahead and start your data analyst course. And if you have already done, if you are at intermediate level of this, you can follow this update whatever you have not learned, and you will be ready in the market. All right. So I know this is all for this particular video. I wish you the best luck. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to me on my WhatsApp number or on my email, and I will see you in the next one. And before that, I request you to like, share, and subscribe this particular video, my channel, and see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.